Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam? Those stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, where so gallantly streamed, and the rockets bending the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that I'm glad once say, does that star-spangled banner o'er the land of the
Please be seated. Public Affairs. And Colonel Timothy J. Holton, the commander of the United States Army Field Band, I would like to welcome you to this evening's performance of the Jazz Ambassadors. It has been the mission of the U.S. Army Field Band since its inception in 1946 to carry into the grassroots of America the magnificent story of the United States Army. And that is what brings us here to Dover, Delaware this evening. This is our fourth and final concert of this Veterans Day weekend. Are there any veterans in the audience tonight? I imagine we have a few. Big round of applause for all of our veterans. The Jazz Ambassadors attempts to cover the 100-year history of jazz history. There you go. It's redundant, right? In our program, that very first tune we performed is called Cherry Point, written in 1954. And it featured on piano from Newport News, Virginia, Master Sergeant Tim Young. On trumpet from Denver, Colorado, that was Master Sergeant Michael Johnston. On tenor sax from Spokane, Washington, Sergeant First Class Pat Shook. And sitting in on bass trombone, subbing with the Jazz Ambassadors this evening and throughout the fall, that was Staff Sergeant Michael Brevin. So we cover 100 years of jazz history, and we'll cap things off nicely also with a patriotic finish and a salute to our veterans toward the end of our show. We'll continue now. We're going to jump back 20 years to 1934, the Fletcher Henderson tune called Wrapping It Up.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Fletcher Hastings wrapped it up and featured once again on trumpet Master Sergeant Michael Johnston. And Sergeant First Class Pat Shook, this time on clarinet. And on alto saxophone from Kent, Washington, Master Sergeant Drew Layton. Going to bring forth our featured soloist for the evening now. He hails from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and he is the assistant director for the Jazz Ambassadors. Would you please welcome performing I've Grown Accustomed to Her Face, Sergeant Major Kevin Watt. Sergeant Major Kevin Watts. This next tune was written by Rodgers and Hart for the 1937 musical Babes in Arms, and has since been recorded over 1,300 times by over 600 different artists. So I think that would, by any definition of the term, would make this a true standard. This particular arrangement was written by an Army veteran who hails from Dallas, Texas, by the name of Dave Zoller. It's maybe a non-standard arrangement of this very standard tune, and it's called My Funny Valentine.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
horn, Sergeant Major Kevin Watt. And on guitar from Greenville, Tennessee, Staff Sergeant Jonathan Epley. Duke Ellington was known for writing specifically for the members of his band, and this next piece was written for his lead alto player at the time, Johnny Hodges. And we are now going to bring up another soloist, our lead alto player. He hails from Kent, Washington. Would you please welcome performing Sultry Sunset? This is Master Sergeant Drew Layton. Before I bring our vocalists out, I would like to direct your attention to your program. There's a lot of fantastic information in that program that you should know about. I'm going to start you off on the back of the program, and we'll work our way through. On the back of the program, you'll find the names and hometowns of each of the members of the Jazz. And prior to that, she deployed to both Operations Desert Shield and Desert Storm with the 1st Cavalry Division. Would you please welcome from Denison, Texas, Master Sergeant Marva Lewis.
Like nobody can. See, I
1961, Cannonball Adderley featured a young lady from Chillicothe, Ohio, on one of his albums. And the young lady was Nancy Wilson. And the song that she sang is one of my favorites. It's called Save Your Love for Me. Wish I knew why I'm so in love with you. No one else in this world would do. Darling, please save your love for me. Run away if I were wise. I'd run away, but like a fool in love I'll stay and pray you will save your love for me. I can feel it even when you're not here. I can't conceal it. I really love you, my dear. And though I know no good can come from loving you, I can't do a thing, 'cause I'm so in love with you. Help me, please. Have mercy on a fool like me. I know I'm doomed, but still I'm pleased. Please, won't you save me? They have fun in the crowd, but for crying out loud, save your love for me. Thank you. Ben Road Cannonball is Master Sergeant today. We're gonna do another song for you. As a matter of fact, it's been covered by many. We hope you enjoy our version of The Birth of the Blues.
2, 3, 4.
They heard the breeze in the trees, sing a with melody, and they made that the start of the blues. And from a jam there came a well of a downhearted prayer, and they played that as a part of the blues. Now from a whippoorwill sitting high on the
We'll have her back in just a little bit, but first we're going to take a 15-minute intermission, and during that time, it's a great, wonderful time to say hello to your neighbor if you don't know them already. And there's also a great organization out front, Families for the Fallen, and I would like to introduce the members of that group. Senior Airman Shalea Morris-Smith, Senior Airman Jeremiah Frias, Staff Sergeant Gabriel Castillo, Staff Sergeant Corey LeBove, Tech Sergeant Cheryl Ulaki, Yolanda Botorf, she's from the Families for the Fallen Support Manager's office, and Bill Flanders from the Fisher House. And they are having these cards signed out front that they give to the patrons of their organization. And they were kind enough to all be here tonight, and so you can take part in that as well. And say hello to each other as well, and we will be back in about 15 minutes. Today I want to feature once again on trumpet Master Sergeant Michael Johnston. On tenor saxophone from Cranston, Rhode Island, Sergeant First Class Bradford Danho. And next to him on baritone sax from Stafford, Virginia, that was Staff Sergeant Dustin Mollick. As I alluded to earlier, music education is very important to us, and we do a lot of work in our schools. We do clinics in our schools, performances, and we have all those educational resources on our website, armyfieldband.com, if I had not mentioned that already. And sometimes we have students sit in with a band as well. But before I bring them out, I want to thank a few other students that kicked our performance off just right. That color guard that we had came from Caesar Rodney High School. A big round of applause for them. Air Force JROTC from Caesar Rodney High School, one of the sharpest color guards I think we've worked with in quite a long time. Very, very good. All right, and now I'm going to introduce three students here from Caesar Rodney High School. On trumpet, Andrew Walls. On trombone, TJ Galucci. And on tenor saxophone, Billy McCoyle. And this is Count Basie's April in Paris. the tenor sax, Billy Coyle. On trombone, DJ DeLucci. And on trumpet, Andy Walls. Good job, guys. Good job. They don't want to give up the seats. That's fine. Another round of applause for these. Sometimes we go years without openings in this band, so I think those guys got word of that. Did not want to let go, but hopefully we'll see them down the road sometime. And this next tune is an arrangement by Steve Owen entitled Yes or No. sax once again, Staff Sergeant Dustin Mollick. On alto saxophone from Hesperia, California, that was Sergeant First Class Josh Schwartz. I've got a real treat for you now. Would you please welcome our no-name Dixieland band? Oh, they have heard of you. That's never happened before. You've heard of these guys, huh? Well, we rename our group each and every night so that we can give a very unique performance in every town that we travel to. And the way Army bands have traditionally named their Dixieland bands, they take the name of the nearest body of water and they add the word Ramblers after that, and that gives us our names. So we've been the Mississippi River Ramblers, the El Paso River Ramblers, quite often we're the Potomac River Ramblers, so I need a little bit of help from the audience because I have no geography skills whatsoever. I've not looked at a map. What is our nearest body of water? Delaware River? Is it that easy? Delaware Bay? All right, calm down. That sounds great. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. Does that sound good? Would you please welcome your hometown Dixieland band, the Brandywine River Ramblers. hometown Jason and a band of the Brandywine River Ramblers. Well, this is my favorite part of the show. We travel around the country. We typically spend about 100 days of the year on the road, and we're able to represent all the fine professionals who serve in the United States Army all around the world. And it's our hope that the excellence of their work each and every day is represented in our musical performance tonight and each and every night. But at this point in our show, we get to represent all of our armed services, and this being, we'll count this as part of Veterans Day weekend. We're kind of tagging on to the end of it, taking it on into the week, and we do want to pay tribute to all of our veterans from all of our services. So if you have served in any of our armed forces or are currently serving, or you are the family member or friend of someone who has served, because you know, when your loved one is serving, you are serving as well. We ask that you stand to be recognized when your service song is played. And we begin tonight's Armed Forces Salute with the United States Coast Guard. United States Air Force. United States Navy. United States Marine Corps. And your United States Army. Thank you so much for your service and support. Can we have all those veterans stand up one more time? I think it was almost the entire audience. One more round of applause for all of our veterans. Wow, look at that. Probably the most we've had in any concert this weekend. Thank you all so much for your service. Well, I hate to tell you, but this brings us to the end of our show. Thank you. I was kind of hoping that would be the reception. Then I could tell you we're going to play one more. Oh, perfect. We are the Jazz Ambassadors of the United States Army Field Band. We hail from Fort Meade, Maryland. We thank you so much for having us this evening. And thank you. And happy Veterans Day weekend to all of you. And would you please welcome once again Master Sergeant Marva Lewis.
Tomorrow all the things were gone. I've worked for all my life.
with just my family by my side. I thank my lucky stars I'm living here today, 'cause this flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I wanna give the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend us here today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. The lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea. Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart. And it's time we stand and say, where at least I know I'm free. And the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I'm gladly stand up next to you and defend us here today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I wanna give the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I'm gladly stand up next to you and defend us here today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the
Tonight's featured soloist, Sergeant Major Kevin Watt. Master Sergeant Drew Layton. Master Sergeant Harville Lewis. Your jazz ambassadors. I probably don't need to ask, but this seems to be a very American audience. Would you like one more before we go? Thanks again for having us.
Oh, beautiful, oh, spacious sky, for amber waves of gray, for purple mountains